Hello, all you imps, pixies, and other fine fae folk. It's me, Michelle, the Hobby Hobbit. This is a channel where we play with different kinds of artsy, craftsy things, but we are master of none. To those of you who have just wandered across my channel, I would love it if you would consider giving me a like and a subscribe. It helps my baby channel grow. To those of you who have subscribed and have come back, hi. How are you? How you doing? Welcome back. Right. Got a list of links and things in my description box. Check them out. These are my favorite Etsy shops right now. Erin with My Scrap Cabin for the most delicious seam binding. Fabi Art Studio for the most delicious printables. The Junk Journal Studio for the sweetest little labels. And June Vintage Paper by Design. She is offering a whopping discount, you guys. I will put it somewhere in this video. Keep your eyes peeled. She does not list everything that she makes, so if there's something that you're looking for, shoot her a message. Chances are she's got it, can make it, knows where to find it for you. Again, I'm going to have a discount somewhere in this video, so keep an eye out. Watch the video. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me, guys. Whew. I'm trying not to sneeze. Trying not to sneeze. Trying not to sneeze. Right, so we're going to work more on the fall, y'all. While you guys were gone, I did glue this and then I sewed it down just because I knew I needed to sew it, right? And then I got to thinking, I really want something on here because where I glued it, it was kind of, which I don't mind the grungy look. I don't mind that at all. But I thought, what if we just put like a sweet little label or something? Didn't want a clock there, so I thought, well, let's just go ahead and grab. This is just from the Dollar Tree, you guys. And I'm just going to throw that on there. We're just going to make it like that. And I'm going to make it all kind of cockeyed like that. I think that'll look sweet. So that's what we're going to do, yeah? I don't need to do any extra grunging on this because, well, it's already grungy. I am going to add some extra glue to this. We're going to use, you know what? Let's go ahead and use the Michaels brand. This is the Creatology, I believe, from Michaels. Yes. All right, so I'm going to just glue around here. Should glue this on. So I went to Ohio yesterday with my friend Jackie. Hi, Jackie. She does not watch my videos. Her husband does and tells her she needs to watch the videos. Yes, I'm calling you out, Miss Jackie. She just doesn't have the time. You know how that goes. She's got 3 kids she's carting around and doing stuff with. She's dealing with family issues of herself, you know, her own health issues and things, just like we all do as we get older, so I'm not going to blame her for that. But we had a good old time yesterday. I laughed pretty daggone hard at a bunch of stuff that she said, did, or that happened, so it was a good time. Literally went over there to go shopping at a international grocery store and then came back. I'm just going to give this time to soak in. I had contemplated, you guys, of leaving this open to make this a pocket, but I thought, nah, I'm not going to trust that. So I went ahead and sewed the whole thing down. I'm just going to rub this to make sure it adheres because we're trying to go through ribbon and burlap with a very thin piece of paper. All of these pages that I'm getting are from that company that reached out to me through Amazon to ask me to do their review. It's all that paper. You can find that link up in my video playlist if you want to check that video out. I am digging how grody this looks over here. I kind of like it. I'm sorry I sound snapped up. I don't know. I think it's allergies from the trip to Ohio and back again. That's what I'm thinking is going on. Woo. I love the smell of this glue. So we did that way, so we'll do this way. Give it a second to pick and grab. And then I'm going to put a good amount of this on here. one of the things that me and Jackie were talking about, we went to Firehouse Subs yesterday, and we don't have a Firehouse Subs where I live. And she had tried the meatball sub last time that we had gone up there, and I had not. Well, June from Vintage Paper Design has said they've got some really good meatball subs, and I love a good meatball sub. I love meatballs. And so I was asking Jackie, I said, well, was it any good? And she's like, it was. I don't know. It didn't stand out to me. I'm like, so it wasn't good. She's like, I don't really like meatballs. I'm like, what? She goes, no, I don't really like meatballs. She goes, you do? She goes, like, when I order spaghetti, I never order meatballs. You do? And I'm like, oh, I've never really thought of that, you know? I'm like, well, we can't be friends anymore if you don't like meatballs. Okay, so we've got our stuff that we're getting ready to start setting this thing up. But before I sew in signature, what I want to do is I want to, first of all, we want to make sure all these pages are the right side up. Secondly, I want to go through and grungify these. So we're going to do that real quick. We'll take them page by page, yeah? These I don't need to grungify. I just want the stark white. I guess the stark white bits. You know what? You know what? No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to do that because I kind of like them. I like it that it stands out a bit. They're different. Okay, yeah, we're not going to do that. All right, so signatures 1 and 2. Let me just go through and make sure all the pages are the right way up. And I know I'm sniffing. It's these allergies, you guys. That feels like it's, yep, that's an upside down page, and so is that. And that was glued on upside down. Don't care. That's fine. Yeah, that's all right. Now let's just double check this one. That's good, good. Good. You know, I feel like I've got a lot more of these pages than I do in here. I feel like there's not quite an even balance here. So let me go ahead and take this page and swap it with this page. Like it makes a whole lot of difference, but I just feel like I've got more of the colored pages in here and less of these pages. Right, before I sew signatures in, do we want to put the pockets on? Nah, let's just go ahead and fire right through, yeah? Okay, so signatures. I need my little sewing needle thingies. I'm going to need a pokey tool. I'm going to use this instead of the pokey tool June made for me. Again, Vintage Paper by Design. There's going to be a discount code somewhere in this video. I don't want to press too hard and break this beautiful piece because I have strengthened this quite a bit, so I don't want to risk breaking this. So I'm going to use one of my $2 awls and be okay with breaking that if it happens. Y'all, I don't do any kind of scientific thing. I find the more precise I try to be, the worse I am. So I just generally just poke through it and go when I do my signatures. Truthfully, I find I have a harder time when I'm trying to be precise than when I'm not. So that's what we're going to do, y'all. I'm going to get my... Oh, and I'm also going to need... What are we going to use? Do we want to use wax thread or some of this really nice and bright kind of pumpkin colored thread? I think we're going to use this. I'm just checking to see if there's any others that I might like better. Actually, I think we might use that. Should we? Shouldn't we? Yeah, we're going to use that. I've got wax thread, but sometimes I like to use this embroidery thread. Right. So this is going to be super simple. I'm just poking through these really easily. And then what I'll do is I will line this up, draw my line, and poke through that in my cover. Ouch! Daggone it. Let's get this. Okay. Now what I'm going to do here is I am literally going to, yeah, that's going to be fine right about there. Right about there. Excuse me just a moment, guys. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Mama needed me to see why her chair was not moving. And I think it was just she has so much stuff built up on top of the chair that it wasn't letting her go where she needed to go because she couldn't get purchase. She's just a short little thing. Okay, all I'm doing here is just drawing circles where I want this to go, yeah? And we're going to punch into them. Just like so. Yep, just like so. Okay, so that's number 1. This is number 2, which I meant to put that one first. Daggone it. Oh well. I wanted the cute pupper dogger first. Okay, then we're just going to go ahead and punch through these. Doing a 3-punch, 3-hole, what do they call it, a pamphlet stitch or something? It's pretty much the standard stitch most junk journalers do here. Okay, and I'm going to line this up about like that. And it's not even, but I don't care. It's a junk journal. It does not have to be perfect. I'm okay with the oddities of them not being perfectly aligned and looking completely symmetrical. I think that gives it part of its charm. Plus, I'm going to try to do something on the cover here. So this part's going to be covered up on the outside of the spine anyways. Oops. Well, Marvel is telling Grandma off. I can hear her say, "What's your problem?" And he's barking back at her. Now, should we go ahead and just add this in? Nah, we'll do that in a minute when we add all the rest of the stuff. Get ourselves a needle. Get ourselves some thread. Embroidery thread. 1, 2, 3, and a bit. Tell you what, after getting used to threading these big gigantic eyes, going in and threading that teeny tiny eye on my sewing machine, because its thread likes to pull out of where it's supposed to be. Woof, you guys. Especially when you're wearing bifocals. Okay, for those of you who are brand new to this, as we all are, at some point in time, you go through the middle first. And then you're going to go through the top or bottom. It doesn't really matter which one you go through. Me, I generally try to go through the cover first, and then I'll pick up the signature and go through the signature. A lot of people, if it helps them, will clip the signatures. I find when I do that, I don't give myself the room to tug, pull, and manipulate so that they're tight, and I end up with loose messes. Like straight loose mess. Okay. Pull that in. And then we're going to go past this one into this last hole. Straight in. And then the last thing we're going to do is I keep flip-flopping it back and forth because it's easiest for me to work. I'm right-handed, so it's easiest for me to work going in from the right side, yeah? Okay, so then I'm going to pull this, and then we're going to grab this and try and go in around where we had this already threaded. So I'm going to try and go in. I got almost all of them in one go. There we go. And then what I'm doing is I'm coming up on the other side so it doesn't feed through that thread. You see what I'm saying? Now I'm going to flip this over while I'm holding it and check to make sure these are nice and stiff. And then we're just going to tie a knot and a bow. Or just tie a knot and let it hang, however you want to do it. Some people will bead these, some people don't. It's really your own preference, yeah? Okay, so yeah, I fed them all through the top ones. When I mean top, I mean through this one side. Okay, let's go ahead and start working on our puppy dog one. What did I do with my needle? There it is. I keep an eye on that because I know me, I will step on one. It will get knocked aside and I will step on it. I already know because I am a massive klutz. If I can trip over paper and fall upstairs, I can step on a needle. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and a bit. Set that to the side. Oh, that's not good. Get that all re-threaded back down. Get that out of the way before I lose it. Okay, same process. I'm going to open this bad boy up, find my center. Home. Home. Get it? Find your center. Oh, I'm just full of jokes. Yeah. Why is that not wanting to feed? There, okay. There we go. In there. Flip it around. In through the center. I already know that I'm probably not going to be able to get it in one go. Okay. Ooh, come on. There's a kind of a plus and a minus to these needles. The pluses, they're not that sharp. The minuses, they're not that sharp. So you're going to have a little bit of a harder time trying to make sure that they're threading properly because they aren't sharp. So you don't have that point to feed through. But you're also not going to poke yourself and cause yourself to bleed. And yeah, that fun stuff. Right. Okay. That is not wanting to pull through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. And I'm going to manually pull it from the back, because I don't need all of this thread right here. That's about where I want it to be. We're going to flip her back around. I know, flip, flop, flip, flop, flip, flop. Right through. Unhook your needle. Yep, yep, yep. There we go. Out. Flip her around. Okay, now we are going to open our second signature to the center. I'm going to find the center. And then we're going to just start feeding this through. I know I'm doing a lot of flip-flopping, but this is the best way I can think to explain it and to show you, is to show you my process. And I am not an expert. I've learned a lot this last 11 months of doing this. And I'm hoping that you guys can learn from my mistakes. But this is how it works best for me. If you want the ones where it's going to be completely... Oh, see, yeah, I just ripped that. But that's okay. It's a junk journal. It didn't have to be perfect. If you want the ones where they're perfectly lined up, there are other people that do show that much, much better than me. Nick the Booksmith is wonderful at sewing in signatures. Absolutely phenomenal at it. And explaining the process to get them completely even and lined up. You know, I just had a thought. I hope I put that the right way up. Yeah, they're both the right way up. Okay, so I got two of them here. That's a little long for my taste. I don't really need that much extra stringy string. I'm not planning on putting any beads or anything on it. So I may cut it down because I don't need it to hang that much. Yeah, let's just get rid of that. Okay, now, shall we put our pockets in? Yeah, I think we shall. I am going to use the Lineco this time. Lineco, however you want to say it. This is really good for binding paper to paper. It is a book binding glue, from what I understand. It doesn't, in my opinion, it doesn't work that great on material, but it's wondiferous on paper. All right, let's just line her up right out there. And just give her a minute to grab. I do believe I put it on crooked. Oh well, it's a junk journal. Should I try and see if I can straighten it? Oh, maybe it's going to let me. Yes, it's going to let me. Awesome. Normally it grabs much, much quicker than that. Okay. Now we have to be really careful to make sure it stays. Oh, I can't believe it let me move it. I did put more on than I normally do because it's thicker. Cardstock. Okay. Oh, come on. There we go. Yes, I'm sure some of you guys are going, oh my gosh, cut those strings, cut those strings, cut that thread. Since it's my first project using sewing machine, I'm digging the look of the extra thread hanging off. So that's why I did not cut it. It's the first time I've actually broke the sewing machine out and really used it on a project. And I can honestly say it's the first time a sewing machine has not blown up on me. So, and I thought it was going to for a couple moments there. Don't even misunderstand that. I ended up having to take that sucker apart and using like a screwdriver to unhook part of it. And yeah, I really thought I was going to have to buy a new one. Which I was not looking forward to. Okay. I'm just going to give that a little bit more time to grab. Yeah, well, that's a, nope. Not a stuck pup. This is why we check it. That's good, though. Hello, bug. Okay, now let's come back and check this one. Yep, that seems to be pretty good. Now, what do we want to do on here? Do we just want to do burlap, or do we want to... I think we're going to do the same thing that we've been doing, where we're going to have this overlaying these two. I'm honestly not in the mood to fight with gluing them together right now. So why don't we just kind of pick and choose where we're going to put a few pockets and things, yeah? I'm not in the mood to fight with that right now. Lineco is not good with that. So let's do our art glitter. Oh, dang on it. Right, okay. Oh, I'm going to get all kinds glued up on this. Yeah, this glue is seeping right through it, and I am going to get all kinds of gummied. This is going to be a very messy, messy project. I have no rhyme or reason for how I'm doing this. It's just whatever feels right to me at this very moment. I'm not counting pages to make sure they're symmetrical. Although I should check and see how many pockets I have before I start going crazy with gluing. I'll just do that there. I'm conscious I don't have a whole bunch of pockets for each signature. 1, 2, 3, 4 more to go. Ooh, I cannot glue straight to save my life today. Oh, my mom's going down the hallway, which means she's going to be calling for me in a minute. Because my mama is probably in search of something to eat. Just a moment, guys. Sky Fox Day. My mom just opened the door and said, remember the 5th of November. To which I had to respond, gunpowder, treason, and plot. I see no such reason why gunpowder and treason should ever be forgot. Pumpkin spice and everything nice. These are really short pockets, but I'm aware because I've got really short tags and things, so I'm not too worried about it. Ooh, it is hot in here. Who do I have in here with me? I think Jeffy ran out, so it's got to be Bug. I tell you what, these cats of mine are driving me crazy right now. They're not letting me sleep at night. My mom's fat cat is wanting to lay on me. And I've had a bit of an upset back and belly these last couple days. Like, my back has been hurting me. I don't know if I'm trying to pass a kidney stone or what's going on, but I haven't felt that great. And he's wanting to lay on me, and I'm not wanting him to lay on me. And I keep pushing him off, and he comes back on. And I push him off, and he comes back on. Little Bug, I know she misses Trouble Kitty because she's just crying and meowing at all hours of the night and in my face. Like, I'm laying there, and she's like right in my face. Meow! She's not a quiet kitty. She's a very loud girl. For as tiny as she is, she's got a loud meow box. Super quiet purr box, but very, very loud. Very, very loud meow box. This one we'll put on the inside of the sewing. Okay, let's move on to the next signature. Right. Oh, poo. I put fall and fall leaves together. Oh, well. Too late now. Too late now to change my mind. too late now to change my mind. What's that song? It's too late, baby. I got to hear my friend Jackie sing for the first time yesterday. We were listening to the radio on the way up, and Meatloaf's Paradise by the Dashboard Lights came on. Well, you've got to sing to that one if you're of an age. And so I cranked that sucker up really loud and was just singing to my heart's content. And I looked over and she was singing so softly. Okay, guys, the code for June's store, the Vintage Paper by Design, it is very simple. She is giving you 50% off. I think it's $40 or more you get, or 50% off. Yeah, I think it's $40 or more. So if you're paying $40, you're actually paying $20, $50, it's $25, so on and so forth. It's super simple. It's Hobby Hobbit, Hobby, Hobbit, all one word, all capital. Hobby, Hobbit, Hobby Hobbit, all one word, all capitals. That will get you 50% off at checkout if you spend, why do I have 3 of these? How many pockets did I make? 1, 2. I don't know. I don't know what I just did there. I must have had extra on that one. But Hobby Hobbit will get you 50% off a purchase. I think it's over $40 or more. Pretty daggone good deal if you ask me. And she's got the cutest little gnomes that she has made. And those pokey tools. And she's got arachnids and crabs and scorpions all made of beads. They're absolutely stunning. Not to mention all of the ornaments and journal cards. And she has postcards that you can watercolor or color on and send out. She just has some really magnificent stuff. And again, like I said, she doesn't list everything she has. So shoot her a message if there's something you want, because 50% off, $40 or more is a pretty stinking good deal if you ask me. Hobby Hobbit, Hobby, Hobbit, one word or all together, all caps. That actually works. That's right against a piece of pumpkin pie. That works pretty daggone good right there. Oh, I think I did 2 extra because I had only 3 of these and 4 of these in the other signature, right? Isn't that what I did? Do you remember? I think that's why it ended up that way anyways. I'm contemplating maybe going out of town after Thanksgiving. Haven't talked it over with the family, but I'm sure my brother will be home. I'm ready for a getaway just to get out of town. Leave the Friday after because I'm off Black Friday. Leave that Friday and maybe come home that Sunday. Monday I have to take my mom to a doctor's appointment. So I'd come home Sunday night for that. I need to get away. At least I feel like I do. We got 2 more to add. Let's put 1 here. Yeah, I like the way that looks on that paper. My hands are so gunky, you guys. It's not even funny. fall, y'all. And then let's backtrack and put this on this. Yeah, I like it. Let me know, guys. Would you like to see me make some ephemera occasionally again? Because I've kind of stopped doing like ephemera videos and more on making journals. But would you like me to make some ephemera videos too? I've got some ideas for some. You just tell me, what would you like to see from me? I am at your command. You tell me. Right. I think I'm going to stop here for now because I want these to really dry in and secure themselves before we move any further, like filling the pages and doing this back and putting the front on. That's going to be glued on. Yep, that's going to be glued on. I'm not going to sew it on since I've just done the pockets. And I don't want to risk missing that cover up. So yeah, I'm liking this, you guys. I love it. All right, until next time, I'll see you then. Bye-bye.